All right. Welcome back to WMMA Now with your host, Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight review. We're going to Seoul, South Korea for Road FC 57 Double X All Female card. We're going to the co-main event at 100 minus 50 kilograms. That's about 110 pounds. We have Su-Yeon Lee coming in off of her successful pro debut last year, taking on Shi Ming, coming in at 6-3. So 1-0 versus 6-3. Now I had picked Su-Yeon Lee to win this fight, and I was wrong, and we'll get to that more in a moment. But the tale of this fight, honestly, was movement and volume and attrition over uh, strength and power, really. Shi Ming was light on her feet the entire fight. She would land a lot of kicks, and then most of the time she would follow them up with punches, which is really nice to see. You don't see it often enough. If she threw the low kick first, she would follow it up with the jab, and then get back out to the range that she preferred. That was nice to see. And then she wasn't just only going for low kicks; she'd throw a lot of kicks to the body as well. Now, what Su-Yeon Lee did when she did best was when she would get aggressive and try to cut off the corner against Shi Ming, and that was when she found some really good success, or when she threw straight off getting hit and she would land some counters to the head of Shi Ming. But for the most part, it was uh, a lot of Shi Ming just landing kicks and then following up with some punches or throwing some punches and landing kicks. It just really wore down over Shi Ming. Now, at one point in the second round, they were clinched up against the fence, and you could tell Shi Ming was already tiring before then, but when the referee broke up the clinch because it wasn't happening, nothing was happening, Shi Ming moved off, and Su-Yeon Lee put her hands down on her knees. And when you see that, a fighter is just dead tired. And then towards the end of the second round, it was only a 2-round fight, but towards the end of the second, they were clinching up again, and Shi Ming tried to muscle her way to a takedown against Su-Yeon Lee from the clinch, and Su-Yeon was able to really reverse it and just kind of land on top of Shi Ming, but that was at the very last second of the fight. Judges all saw it, the fight for Shi Ming, who won by unanimous decision, so congratulations to her. All right, so thoughts on the fight. I thought, like I said, I had picked Su-Yeon Lee to win. I thought she'd come in with a much better game plan. She didn't, and she wasn't able to really adjust to what Shi Ming was doing. So, and she gassed. I mean, like commentators said that she looked a little bit bigger, like heavier, like put on more muscle from her fight a year ago, and I think it probably hurt her a little bit. She wasn't as fast. She wasn't as light on her feet. She just wasn't, and she just ran out of air, faster. Shi Ming, I thought, just did a really good job of, accumulation. That's the word I was looking for, was accumulation. Just all those kicks and the punches just accumulated over time, and it wore Su-Yeon Lee out. So things to work on for Su-Yeon Lee, I would say, definitely put in more road work. She put on, some bulk, but didn't match the cardio. So she needs to hit the road, do some road work, and also work on cutting off the cage. I felt if she had been able to cut off the cage a little bit better, she would have done better against Shi Ming. Might have been able to slow her down and start landing some more of her own punches. For Shi Ming, I think, don't go for takedowns against a fighter who's definitely bigger than you, especially if you're winning on the feet. If you're winning on the feet, then why go for the takedown? You don't need to. So just take that lesson from this fight. As far as matches to make, it's hard to say. They both might be out for a while. I mean, Road FC only puts on a fight every other month, and they usually only like one ladies fight per event, so we'll see. Um, Anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Of course, likes are always appreciated. And what are you waiting for? Subscribe to WMMA Scene Now, the best, fastest growing women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that bell for notifications. And we'll see you next time.